Go ahead and make your way to your mat. Take a moment to find that nice, comfortable seat. And as you do that, let's go ahead and take our hands to our knees, round the spine back. Inhale, pressing the heart forward and back. Forward for a few times, just a seated cat-cow, getting to wake up the spine. Maybe we can sit a little deeper into the hips. And then begin taking a gentle circle in one direction. And a gentle circle in the other direction. And coming to center. Taking our moment now to connect with the breath. To lengthen through the spine. To allow those shoulders to relax. And to breathe deeply into the belly. And the practice of yoga means to yoke, or to bring unity to the energy body and the physical body. And we can do this through our breath, through our awareness and our intention. Breathing a little deeper now. With that connection to the breath that we're going to continue throughout class. Go ahead and allow the eyes to open. Maybe you stack, if it's available to you, the left foot into the right hip crease for a half lotus. This is a little deeper hip opening. I feel it through my foot and ankle. Just beginning to open some spaces that we don't normally get into, and maybe you take your hands just right in front of you. Breathing into that. You can always stay with a regular cross-legged position. Maybe you take it a little deeper. On your next inhale, pressing up and switching the cross, whether you're just switching the normal cross of the legs, or maybe you take that right foot into that left hip crease. Again, this may be intense in a few different areas depending on where you're tight. Maybe you're just taking a regular cross leg and walking your hands out in front of you. On your next inhale, pressing up and releasing to a wide leg straddle. Roll the thighs in. Toes point straight up towards the sky. And start with a lateral side bend. So the right hand comes to the mat right in front of you. Left arm up and over, opening through the chest. I like to press with my elbow into my thigh, helping to roll that chest open. Reach over with that left arm. Breathing here into that whole side body. Maybe all the way down, even into that hip crease. On your next inhale, coming all the way up, framing that right foot with your hands, twisting that whole front body, chest releases towards the leg. And then take that left arm across to the outside edge of that shin or calf or thigh. Keep rotating that chest around. On your next inhale, pressing up, coming through center, left hand comes in front, right arm up and over, lateral side bend, pressing into that thigh with that left elbow. As you reach and breathe all the way down into the hip crease. After that last breath, inhale all the way up. Frame that left foot and begin to fold forward. Taking that right hand across to the outside edge of the left leg. And inhale up to center. Nice work. Grab behind the knees. Bring the heels in part way. Toes up, heels on the mat. Windshield wiper the legs, dropping one knee and then the other. Back and forth. And inhale, center. Closing the knees, making your way to your hands and knees. Let's go ahead and bring the toes together, knees a little bit wider, belly drops between the thighs, coming into child's pose. Press through the fingertips to keep releasing those hips down towards the floor. Inhaling up through center. Feet are now hips distance apart. Right arm reaches up. As you exhale, thread it under the left arm. Back of the shoulder comes to the mat. Side of the head comes to the mat. Nice shoulder stretch here. Maybe you walk that left hand up and back towards the back corner of the mat. On your next inhale, bring that left hand back in front of the face, pressing into it. Release the right arm. Do the whole counter pose, spinal twist before releasing. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, threading through. Right arm walks up and back at a diagonal. And on your next breath, releasing that right hand in front of your face, pressing up, left arm comes up, finish with the twist. And coming back to the mat, spread your fingertips. All 10 fingers spread wide, press the fingertips into the mat, press all 4 corners of the palms into the mat. Feel that. That is always the hand position for down dog, for plank, for all the things. Take that left foot back. Inhale, drawing it up, pressing up through the ball or the heel. Inhale, right arm up. Finding that balance. Keep dropping that left hip down, square with the right. And exhale, elbow to knee. Nice and slow, finding the balance, engaging your core here. Connect deeply with the breath. Strong left arm. Feel the heat begin to build. A couple more times. On that exhale, really squeeze in. And release. Left knee, right hand to the mat. Right foot comes back and up. Close that hip, square it off. Left arm up, find your balance. And on your next exhale, elbow to knee. Nice, slow and controlled. One more time. And release, hand and knee to the mat. Nice work. Hopefully your core is feeling nice and warm. I'm gonna add on some obliques. Squeeze the hip towards the shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, other hip, other shoulder. And really pull it in. Really pull that hip towards the shoulder. And center. Taking a gentle half vinyasa. Let's bring the big toes together, knees a little bit wider. Play with the positioning a little bit. Start by pressing back into child's pose. On your next inhale, bring those hips forward, all the way over the hands. Finding my position here. And then we're going to take a half chaturanga, knees still on the mat. Press into baby cobra and back through child's. Inhale forward, exhale chaturanga. Inhale baby cobra and all the way back. The big toes are still kind of together. We're working through the hip joints here. It might feel a little bit funny. Shouldn't be painful, but it might feel a little bit different. If you need extra padding under your knees, take it. We're going to do this a few more times. Inhaling forward, exhale down, elbows stay in. Inhale, just a mini baby cobra and back. Couple more times. And on your next inhale, as you come forward, coming all the way down onto your belly, you can now straighten those legs out so the thighs are directly down. The knees are now also about hips distance apart. I'm going to do just some half ones. So taking, not even half ones, just some mini chaturangas. Squeeze the elbows in towards the side. You're going to inhale up into baby cobra and down, up and down. Keep hugging those elbows in. And hips up and back, child's pose. Once you've reconnected with the breath here, inhale forward, hands and knees, tuck those back toes under, up and back, down dog. Let's take a wide dog. Bring the pinky toes to the outside edge of the mat. Swivel the hips out. Bend into the knees for the first one. Really press those hips up and back. Roll those armpits under. Get set up. From there, you might begin to press one heel at a time, opening through the calves and the hamstrings. A little bit of a mini inversion, letting the blood flow towards the head. Inhale, gazing forward, stepping one foot at a time, up to the hands, forward fold. Bending into the knees here until you can get your hands or fingertips to the mat. Blocks are also an option. And then bend and straighten it into the legs. Keep dropping that sternum, that chest towards the floor. And then completely release the head and neck. Shake it yes. And no. Maybe you take some mini circles. You can grab the elbows if you like. Rocking from side to side. Release everything down that back body. Hands come back to the floor. Tucking that tailbone, strengthening through the core. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up from the abdominals, not from the lower back. Inhale, arms up, knee back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, place your hands, stepping back, high plank. And we're gonna work the core here. So go ahead and bring the knees down for a moment. Let's do elbow, forearm plank. Maybe you interlace the fingers, making that triangle between your elbows and the hands. Taking the feet back, coming into that forearm plank, press out through the heels, strong through the core. Bottom is not dipping down. Keep it nice and strong, press through those elbows. Push the back up through the shoulders. Couple more breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time. Inhale, exhale, and release the hips to the mat. Make a pillow with the hands. Release the cheek to the mat or to your hands. And as you reconnect with that breath, bring those hands under the shoulders, pressing the hips up, tucking the toes all the way back, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, up. And knee to nose. And now shoot that right leg across, outside edge of the foot comes to the mat or floor. Rotating the chest open, left arm comes up. Keep pressing those hips up. And release, left hand to the mat. Right foot comes back through, down dog. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. And up. And knee to nose. Last time. Coming in. Shooting that leg across. Left leg comes across. Right arm opens. And release. Right arm to mat. Left foot comes back. Down dog. Knees together. Child's pose. This time, maybe as your forehead hits the mat, maybe you take the arms back behind you. If you can reach here, grab your heels with your hands. Press the hips up, rolling towards the top of the head, opening through the shoulder blades. Rabbit pose. And release. Hands come back in front. Tucking the toes. Actually, let's go ahead and make our way to seated. Doing some core this way. So coming into Navasana or boat pose, let's go ahead and take the modified version to start. You can build on it if you like. Fingertips come back towards the body. You're still gonna lift through the sternum, lift through the chest. Inhale, legs up. Shins come parallel to the mat. Maybe you press out through the balls of the foot or the heels. Nice strong legs, and then keep drawing that chest towards the knees. Breathing here. You're just using the hands for balance. Keep pulling the knees and the chest towards one another. That's where your core work is. A few more breaths here. And release. Taking a break. And as you're ready, we're going to come up again. Knees come up, shins come up. Maybe you're here again, just drawing the chest towards the legs. Maybe you grab behind the thighs for this one. As you draw the chest and knees towards one another. Nice, strong, active legs, finding that sweet spot on the sits bones where you can balance. Maybe you open the arms for a breath or two. And release. Let's go ahead and roll all the way down onto our backs. From there, go ahead and cross the right leg over the left knee. And as you begin to roll both legs towards the right, did I say left leg over right knee? Left leg over right knee. The left leg should be on top. Maybe you straighten out the left leg and grab by the shin or the foot or the thigh. If it's available to you, keep working that right foot back. Maybe you grab that right foot with the left arm. This is kind of like the spinal twist we do at the very end of class, but with little add-ons, opening deeper into the hips, through the front of that bottom thigh, through the hip flexors. And release, bend that left knee, hug it on the right knee as you come up through center. Switching sides. As that right leg comes up and over and you drop towards the left, go ahead and straighten it out. And grabbing the thigh or the shin or the foot. You can reach back with that right hand and grab that left foot. And bending that right knee over the left, come back to center. Uncross. Release your legs out long. Taking a breath or two here. We've got a couple more core options. Have a block ready. Nice and close. Grab your block now. We're going to come up into a supported bridge. Draw those heels in as close as you can to the body. Begin to press into the feet, lifting the hips, placing your block right under the sacrum. I have it on the highest level. You probably We'll have it a level down depending on how open your back is. Keep squeezing the knees towards one another. The block should feel good. Your next inhale, begin to press into the feet. Removing the block, rolling the spine down ever so slowly, one vertebra at a time. Taking a breath here. And then taking a gentle counter pose, draw those knees in towards the chest. Rock the hips from side to side. Release the feet to the mat. Yeah, let's do this. Go ahead and bring your feet up towards the sky. Maybe you make a triangle with your thumbs and pointer fingers and place them under your sacrum, especially if you are still building up your core strength. You want to protect the lower back. So with the feet pointed up towards the sky, if you have to bend the knees to get them up there, that's fine. Get them up. Work towards straightening. That's part of the work. Keep working towards straightening. Pressing out through those heels. Drop one leg towards the mat. And up nice and slow. Exhale. Inhale, other leg. Exhale. Inhale. Alternating legs. Keep working that top one straight. Keep pressing that lower back towards the mat. Working through the core just a couple more times each side. You're doing good, building that heat. If you need to take a break for a moment and just press them up towards the ceiling, that's fine. Do that. Stick with me if you can. Last one each side. And releasing the feet. Pressing the hips up to release the hands. And relaxing here for a moment. And then we're going to come get into the tops of the abdominals, a little bit into the obliques. Make a pillow with your hands, interlacing, placing them at the base of the skull, at the very top of the spine, bringing the knees up. 90-degree angle. We're going to be straightening one out to a 45 and back, and the other out just to a 45 and back. At the same time, you're going to lift your chest and shoulders up, and as you straighten one leg, you're going to bring the opposite elbow to the opposite knee, opposite shoulder. Intend for that shoulder to come across and back, and other side and back, just a few times. Across and back, across and back. Beautiful work, leading with that shoulder, feeling it through the core, still pressing that lower spine towards the mat. One more time each side. And as you lay back, release the feet, release the hands. Nice work. Let's go ahead and take the obliques one time, and then we'll be on the wind down. You've got this last core here. I'm gonna do this one. Coming down onto your side. Bring your feet at about a 30-degree angle. Right now it's my right hand on the bottom, pressed into the floor. Just gently taking your hand behind your head, not tugging, never tugging on the head. Just placed there. You're gonna bring the thighs towards the shoulder and back and up and back. Two more times. Last one. And release. Rolling over. I'm going to completely switch sides. You can just roll over. Now that you know what we're doing. Left palm comes to the mat, legs at a 30-degree angle. Gentle cup of that right hand behind the head. Inhale, thigh towards knee. Thigh towards elbow. And back. Just a few of these here. Feeling it through those obliques. Strengthening the core. Connecting with the breath. Two more times. Inhale up. Exhale back. Last time. Up and back. And you can release here all the way to the mat. And let's get one nice hip opener before we close out. So left ankle crosses over right knee. This one will be as deep as you put into it, lifting up, grab behind that thigh, figure four. The way to really get in is to keep drawing that shin towards your chest as you press the tailbone towards the mat. reach the cross. Breathing deeply as you go. Grabbing behind that thigh, drawing that shin in, pressing that tailbone back towards the mat. Breathing here as you find opening, going a little deeper. And release. Legs open and come to the mat. Arms open along the sides as we settle into our Shavasana. Go ahead and find that still point, that center point at the back of the head. Tucking the shoulders gently under. Maybe you press into the heels, squeezing the glutes a little bit, finding that nice natural curvature in the lower spine, feeling the pelvis area open, feet gently open towards the sides. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and it totally linked in right to Shavasana, but she had been told that if she would lay in supine position on her back like this once a day for about 10 minutes, that it would correct her spine. And it just totally lit me up because it totally makes sense why we would end our yoga practice in this position. So just taking that in and taking this as a moment in time to take a few minutes to really honor the spine. You know, some of us may sleep in this position, but most of us, I don't think, even sleep in this position. So just feeling this very natural curvature, feeling your spine in its natural state with no weight impressed upon it, and just allowing your practice to settle in. And taking a deep breath in, bringing awareness back into the body. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and toes. And as you're ready, bringing the soles of your feet to the mat. And with bent knees, rolling onto your side for fetal position. And just taking a breath or two here in fetal. And as you're ready, taking that front hand, beginning to push yourself up to seated. And coming back into our Sukhasana, to our comfortable seated position from the beginning of class. Feel into your body. Do you feel a little more open? I'm sure after this class a little bit stronger as well. Bringing the hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me for class today.